Well, I'm joined down on the finish line by Helen Webster from 220 magazine. Now, we've just been chatting about the return of racing, Helen. And I can see by the smile on your face, you've really enjoyed being out in that water this morning.
Oh, I have, absolutely. I think we've missed racing so much, both from a triathlon perspective, but any kind of racing. So open water swimming and being able to get back in that water and do a 3.8 kilometre course with other racers, other people, you know, a few people on the sides cheering has just been such a refreshing change.
Absolutely. Now, you go all over the world, and certainly all over Europe, commentating on triathlons. Anything quite like Ullswater?
No. Well, I say that as a northern girl myself, so my family are based about an hour down the road in Preston, so I don't live in the north anymore, but to be able to come back up to Lancashire and swim in these lakes, I mean, they're beautiful, just look at them. And yeah, it's amazing actually. I think one of the things we've missed about racing is being able to go to different locations all over the country and have someone lay on an amazing course and say, there you go, get out there, swim, run, bike, whatever you want to do, and you know, we've organised it all for you.
And of course the weather's stunning, the water's stunning. How was the temperature? Some people come in saying it was a little bit nippy. Your view?
Yeah, so I was told by our lovely friends here that it was 14 degrees in the water. My Garmin put it around 12 and a half, 13. So.
Oh, I mean, what's a degree among friends, you know? 12, 13, 14. It was 17 when I went in yesterday afternoon.
Was it really?
It really was 17, according to my duck thermometer, which, I mean, that's got to be the scale for everything, hasn't it? Never mind your electronic fancy devices. My duck said 17, but for the first time yesterday I swam in skins, but I think it'll be back to the wetsuit later on this afternoon. And yeah, it's been amazing so far. Of course, we've got the 1 mile and the 500 metre swim still to come.
Yep.
Are you going to go and do one of the others?
Oh, well, I haven't got an official place, so I probably can't, but I'd be tempted if there is one. I was actually just chatting to a couple in the car park who are racing open water for the first time this afternoon. They're doing the 500 metres, and they were asking me about water temperature, kit, what to expect, all that sort of stuff. So it's really good to see new people getting back in the water.
And while we're on the subject, and I've got an expert, what's your advice for people wanting to get into, you know, we know why we do this, because it's just great fun when we're out there and we feel so much better. What's your advice and tips for someone who thinks, you know what, it's a nice day, I quite fancy to do it that?
Yeah, I would say go do it, enter a race, make sure you get the training and the experience behind you for the race that you're doing. So don't, for example, enter a 3.8 kilometre swim, our longest distance here today, if you've never swum in open water before and you're not confident. Like the people I was chatting to earlier, enter the 500 metres, you know, take it steady, enjoy it, and at the end of it you're an open water swimmer, and that's an amazing thing, an amazing achievement. So yeah, enjoy it, get a bit of training if you can, and I mean, even if you can just do a couple of swims at your local open water venue before you get in, that's a great help. Just understand the conditions and the kind of thing you're going to be facing on race day. Because
it's very different, of course, to swimming in a pool where there's lifeguards and all the safety conscious people around us. We are in very different climate, and the water temperature can change very quickly. So what advice you've got in terms of staying safe for people getting into this?
Yeah, so acclimatisation is key. So if you're not used to open water and you haven't swum in cold water, and anything below 15 degrees in the UK is defined as cold water, so this is cold water today.
Oh yeah, it's cold.
Then it's all about your experience. So partly what you're used to, what you've done in your training, and also what your individual physiology and body is able to cope with. So I would say always get some training in, always acclimatise. I mean, I've been really, really fortunate in that my local venue, Lake 32 in the Cotswolds, has allowed me to swim this year, because obviously my job being sports, I've had an exemption to be able to go and swim, which a lot of people haven't been that fortunate to have. So if you're one of the people that hasn't had the acclimatisation this year, I'd say consider dropping down a distance, keep yourself safe, don't try and do a mega swim where maybe your body isn't used to the cold. And the other key thing is to avoid cold water shock, which is the first couple of minutes when you get in cold water and your body takes that big inhale of breath and you're like, ah! And people can panic a little bit, and it's just your body's response to the cold.
Yeah.
If you can get in the water before the race starts, just to acclimatise, get used to it, that's a big help. Or if you're not looking for a fast time, just get in the water, take yourself off to the side, tread water for a minute or so, calm your breathing, relax your body, maybe put your face in the water, blow some bubbles, and then once you've got over that kind of initial shock, you're good to go.
Absolutely. Helen, great to see you on a beautiful sunny day here in Ullswater. Will we see you again at an epic swim?
Absolutely. So I've got a place for the Coniston end-to-end in September.
Oh, a beautiful event, that one.
So I'm super excited about that and training hard, but I might well come up and do another one in the meantime just because it's so beautiful here. So thank you very much for having me.
We will look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to reading all about this in 220 magazine.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much.
Thanks, Helen.